He was terrific last week, taking his catches for 124 total yards. It's the Bucs and the Vikings on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, the hope was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He completes it to Tompkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. Looking to throw. Powell. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Roughing the tackle, defense.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
7-7, our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Powell, and it's caught. Tompkins.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, Powell. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Buccaneers have moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. Back to throw. Powell. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw this.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Hardman on the return.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Powell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA's.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut 19 strike. Cut 19.
Throwing to start the drive. Powell going right side here, and that's complete. Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the run game. Back to the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 121 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs get a bit closer. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. To throw on 2nd down. Powell throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. From the gun, they'll try to... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week. Back now in Tampa. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. The clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
163 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Powell. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Hurry, hurry! Hurry, hurry!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Buccaneers 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing.
There he goes, right side. 30, 10, 5, and in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 6 yards away. And the Vikings are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Hands it off out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Here's a handoff out of the gun to about the 26 here. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Powell. And it'll be intercepted. picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now